Cars have just rolled off for the Hollywood Casino 400. As I say, good afternoon. Welcome to our 17th race of the season for the Foster Series. Attempt 2 because someone retired out of the race without taking the green flag, which was a problem because it was going to screw up the points, which I'll go over the point standings in just a minute. Daniel Gitirokh on the pole, Paul Minnick, Scarlet Walls, Sean Hawkins in row number 2. You saw the rest of your starting lineup. Yeah, we don't need a driver missing a race and it screws up the points. So, and I don't want that to happen. So that's why the race had to be restarted. So, as Gitirokh will lead us to green, let's make sure everybody got the green as we're underway here in Kansas. Yep, everyone took the start. Cool. Gitirokh, the only Penske driver who's repeated as the pole sitter. He is 15th in points. Minnick, the points leader. Scarlet Wallace, 33rd in the points. And Sean Hawkins making his Foster's debut. We'll go over the points in just a bit. 107 laps of racing. Should expect this race to be either a 1 or a 2-stop race, because they cannot make it 107 laps on one tank of fuel here at Kansas. Gitirokh, currently our race leader here. Carolina Bradley almost is on pair of caution. Fitzwater and Seaman upside down. Caution is out. Sam Davis is on the apron for some reason. Oh, this is going to get ugly. Oh, this is going to get ugly. This is going to get ugly. What are you doing, Sam? What are you doing on the apron there, son? Caution is out for the first time today. Apparently, we've had 2 separate incidents. And I was just about to talk about the points in the playoff deal, but now we're going to have to wait. Fitzy's on pit road. Seaman is done for the day. Almost has got damage, and I think Carolina Bradley has taken her car back behind the wall. And she came in this race 10th in points. So caution's out for the first time today. Let's jump back and look at a replay. Let's make sure these drivers are not coming to pit road. Looks like the leaders are staying out. So let's jump back and look at a replay to find out what happened in 2 replays here in the early stages here at Kansas. To make sure the race doesn't continue and I miss the restart, that's why I have it on pause. Let's see what happened to Carolina Bradley. A little early to be having an incident this early in a race. I bet nobody's going to come to pit road. I don't know if she got tight or if the 10 got out of the throttle. Whatever the case, the 2 made contact and both of them go into the wall. That's 10th in points, Carolina Bradley. So she was running very well in the points. This is not what she needed. And Adina Almos, who came into this race 6 points below the 30th in the standings cut line, this is what she did not need at all if she wants to get back into the playoffs as far as that's concerned. So that's what happened there that didn't bring out the yellow. Now let's see what happened to Fitzwater and Vanko Seaman. This happens on the next lap of the race. This was right around the 9th position. Seaman just got tight, nowhere for Fitzwater to go. And up into the wall and upside down goes the Rush Truck Center Dodge. How did everybody else avoid these 2? I don't know. That's a tough break for the both of them. Fitzwater, 1 week removed from his first win on the season, gained 4 spots up to 5th in the standings. And Vanko Seaman, who's had anything but a spectacular season, 25th in the points. He's going to drop through the points table again, not a result that he needed. And he is no doubt must-win situations. The caution's out for the first time today. Let's get to the restart here at Kansas. Lights are out on the pace car. We're going to go back to green on lap number 8 of 107. We have 100 laps of racing to go. Gitirokh is the leader. Scarlett Wallace second. Lucian Bianchi third. Paul Minnick fourth with Dylan Ebrahimian in fifth. Sixth is Lucy Granger. Sean Hawkins seventh. CJ Bracken eighth. Ninth is Riley Andersen. And 10th is Maddie Crenshaw. The lap cars kind of screwed it up while I was doing the top 10 rundown. Vanko Seaman and Carolina Bradley both out of the race. Both have gone to the care center. So I talked about Carolina Bradley was 10th in points, not the day she was hoping for, and Seaman's most likely must-win situation. So Paul Minnick came in this race as the points leader, 24 points over rookie points leader Emily Andersen. Alina Ricci is third. Jacob Foster, 65 back and fourth. Zachary Fitzwater, we before mentioned, was fifth in standings, 68 back. Granger, sixth. Ozkan, Stanbury, Zane, Bradley. That was your top 10 in the points, by the way, presented by Golden Corral. Other former winners, of course, Ricci and Andersen have 2 wins as we're back to green here at Kansas. One-time winners are Paul Minnick, Jacob Foster, Fitzwater, Zane, Parker, Moore, Langeland, and Priya McShane, which Priya McShane comes into this race 28th in the points. She is only 9 points ahead of 30th in the standings. And Adina Almos, who came in this race 6 points below the 30th in the standings cut line. She will no doubt stay below the 30th in the standings cut line leaving today, depending on if we have more attrition in this race. The only reason we're not going to have a co-commentator in the booth with me is because while I'm recording this race, I have a referee game to do, first of 2 on this Friday as I'm recording this. By the time you're watching this race, it's already recorded, or already done, excuse me. I don't know why I said recorded or done, but yeah. And the caution's out for the second time today. Chase Brooks been a difficult season. Fitzwater might have got involved. Jesse Ard possibly got involved. Philip Torres, who's going to be in this car for the rest of the season, replacing the indefinite suspended Sarah Fogelman after she was arrested and charged with domestic violence and other charges. That's why she was suspended indefinitely. So the yellow is out, our second of the day. Do not see these guys and gals come to pit road. I think they're all going to stay out. I think that's the wise move. Really way too early in this race, unless you want to play pit strategy, but that's completely up to you. Looks like nobody came to pit road other than the damaged cars that were involved in that wreck. So the yellow's out for the second time today. Let's jump back and look at a replay to see what happened to Jesse Ard here in the early stages of the Hollywood Casino 400. This is what happened here. This starts with Zachary Fitzwater. He gets shoved up by William Davis. They're nearly 4 wide. And Philip Torres gets in the left rear of the WeatherTech Chevrolet. Nowhere for Chase Brooks to go. Emmanuel Hartnett got a piece of it. Jesse runs in the side of the Raising Cane Chevrolet. Sam Davis did a good job avoiding this crash. And 4 Chevrolets involved in this one. Fitzwater, I mentioned, 5th in the points. Chase Brooks having a difficult season. comes into this race 35th in the points. He could not ill afford another bad finish. Jesse was 27th in points, not the run she was hoping for. And Philip Torres, who's replacing the indefinite suspended Sarah Fogelman for the rest of the season, making his second start, not the performance after he had a great debut in his debut race earlier this season. So the yellow's out. Let's get back to the restart here at Kansas. Back to green on lap number 15 of 107. Still haven't even gotten to 20 laps in this race. Gitirokh is the leader. Minnick is second. D Ebrahimian third. Scarlett Wallace in fourth. CJ Bracken in fifth. Sixth is Sean Hawkins. Riley Anderson is seventh, as I'm waiting for the lap cars go by so I don't get screwed over again by the deal. Lucci and Bianchi is eighth. Ninth, Maddie Crutchall. And 10th is Lucy Granger. By the way, Bianchi making his first start with Go Fast Racing because he's already made some starts in the 95 machine. Nobody out of the race after this incident. So we have 40 drivers on track, 37 of them on the lead lap. Also, as I'm recording this, qualifying for Busch and the Craftsman Truck Series will be coming up today, again, as I'm recording this. Back to green here at Kansas. I'll try to have a co-commentator with me pretty soon. But more than likely, I'm going to end up having to re-download Discord and do it on my deal. But I got to wait until I'm connected so that way that's taken care of. As things stand, this is looking very likely this will be my final season in this group home doing NR 2003 races as of this recording. Because I'm currently working on getting moved to a new group home. So next season, and also trying to make sure I have a group home where I am right next to Wi-Fi, so that way I can be respectful. Ebrahimian in second. Ebrahimian has yet to go to victory lane this season. The only driver from Joe Gibbs Racing who's gone to victory lane was Jacob Foster, our winner from Darlington. Ebrahimian comes into this race 26th in the points, so he's been dropping through the points the last couple of weeks, as I believe we're under caution again. Yes, we are, because the field's slowing down. I think it's Arena McShane, the reason for the yellow, because she's the only one that's going super slow. I also noticed third in points back here at the rear of the field. That's Alina Ricky. Not sure what's up there. So our third caution of the race is out. And it looks like the leader is not coming to pit road. So let's jump back to look at a replay to find out what brought out this third yellow of the race here at Kansas. So I was correct. It was the 45 and the 41 that had something to do with this. And unfortunately, they swept up poor Fitzwater, who was involved in that last yellow. And I don't know if the 45 came up or the 41 came down. Whatever the case, the two of them got together, and poor Zachary Fitzwater got taken out by two females. And all three go up into the wall. That's a tough break for a couple of drivers who really did not need this. And Arena McShane came into this race 29th in the points. Boy, she did not need this. Alina Ricci, who was third in points, she was trying to run down Emily Andersen for the rookie points leader, and Zachary Fitzwater involved again. So the caution's out again. Let's jump back to the restart here at Kansas. We're going to go back to green on lap 22 of 107. Gitirokh still the leader. Ebrahimian second. Scarlett Wallace in third as Chase Brooks is the lap down. Sean Hawkins in fourth. CJ Bracken is now up to fifth in this race. Paul Minnick is sixth. Riley Anderson, 7th, Maddie Crenshaw, 8th, 9th, Lucian Bianchi, and 10th is Lucy Grainger. Out of the race after this, Zachary Fitzwater. They finally called it a day, so he is off to the infield care center. That's a tough break for Fitzy. He will definitely drop through the points, but he is well enough had a big cushion between himself and 30th in the standings, so he's in good shape. But not the day he was hoping for, as we have now got 39 drivers on track, 37 of them on the lead lap. Somebody was trying to do a practice game in D2, and I told them there's about to be a match starting soon. So you might want to have to hold off the practice games until then. Dylan Ebrahimian in the 54. Contact with his teammate. Of course, they're both part of Summit Oskin's team. Had to let Oskin know. Did run for Sean Hawkins. This looks like yellow's out again. Jackie Tang is involved. Boy, what is Jackie Tang? What is it going to take for him to have some luck this season? 34th in the points. Michael McKinney involved. Troy Kang has got damage. Same with Sam Davis. And the caution's out again. Let's see if these drivers are going to come to pit road, because if they come to pit road now, this answers the question of this is going to be either a 1 or a 2. I think this is going to be more than likely a 2-stop race. And yep, leaders are coming into pit road, so while these drivers are making pit stops, let's jump back, look at a replay to find out what happened, as we're already 25 laps into this 107-lap race at Kansas. Let's find out what happened here while the pit stops are going on. Looks like I think the 31 and the 43 were leaning on each other. Same with third in points, Alina Ricci. And unfortunately, 31 and the 43 got together, took each other into the wall. Something else happened up ahead. We'll look at that in just a second. And upside down goes the 31 of Michael McKinney. Boy, he has had a rough go of it here this season. Side over side, end over end. I bet you Michael McKinney was dizzy. Then what happened up here with Sam Davis, Troy King and company is here comes the 31 about to hit the 5. Looks like someone turned Troy King around. And I think this is all because of, all these damaged cars that are off the pace. Looks like he actually got into Chase Brooks, down, cut off Ash Wright, right into Eric Stanbury. How Priya McShane didn't get involved, I don't know. Senor Sean got a piece of it. So both the Ard siblings has been involved in at least a wreck. The good news is Sean wrecked the field. The bad news is Sean got involved in his carnage. And Philip Torres goes through the grass. So that's what brought out. Wait, how did the 45 go to the inside wall? Oh yeah, it got spun around. I think when the 35 comes down right into the 45, did some damage to the right side of the Monster Energy Unleash the Beast Chevrolet, and then something happened with the steering, and she did that. Okay. Let's head to the restart here at Kansas, as we've had a mess here for this caution here at Kansas. We got ourselves a new leader, and that's Emmanuel Hartnett, as we're going to go back to green on lap 29 of 107. So Hartnett, the leader. Jesse Ard is now in second, but with the damage to the right front fender of her Busch Light Chevrolet, she's going to probably be off the pace as far as that's concerned. Philip Torres in third. E Ebrahimian fourth. CJ Bracken fifth. Ellie Rose having a quiet run in sixth. Sean Hawkins seventh. So a couple of debutants having a good run here today for right now. Maddie Crenshaw eighth. Lucy Granger ninth. And 10th is Alina Ricky. Chase Brooks is on the tail end of the lead lap. Not really sure why. And we're told Grace Takayama is out of the race for some reason. Not sure what's up on the 9, why she's out of the race. Have to follow up on what happened in just a moment. We know Jackie Tang and the 31 is out of the race. As a matter of fact, let's investigate why the 9 is out of the race, because I don't understand. Oh, the 9 had damage. Now, where did that come from? Oh, this is where it came from. Ran the back of William Davis. So William Davis was trying to get back on the track during that incident and just cut off the Napa Chevrolet. So that would explain why the 9's out of the race. She ran the back of the 3 through no fault of her own. It was the 3 who was just getting ready to come back out on the track. As Hartnett now the leader. Now Ebrahimian's going to take the lead because the 50... wrong driver. The 54 going by because the 10's holding up some people. CJ Bracken currently in second now. Ellie Rose just moved up to third. I was going to ask. So I'll get the ping squad ready to go. And the caution is out as Daniel Witter has now taken has now take takes the lead. Give me just a second as I'm currently as that was not what I wanted, you derping hyena. We'll look at what brought out the caution in just a second as I'm currently as that was not what I asked you to do. Thank you, phone. So the caution's out. Let's jump back, look at a replay to find out what happened while I'm getting this ping out. See what happened here. It did involve the 41. And it also involved the 22 of Summit Ozkan. As you see Ozkan turns Chase Brooks up into the 41, and both cars go into the wall. Chase Brooks does not hit the wall with the Cheddar Chevrolet. That's a tough break for the driver who came in this race third and points second in the Rookie of the Year standings. And this is good news for the gal that was second, or the rookie points leader, Emily Andersen. But what happened to Maddie Crenshaw? Because apparently she came to a stop. Oh, she got turned by Sean. And definitely went head on the right front fender of the McDonald's Chevrolet. And Maddie Crenshaw, who will be leaving this team at the end of the season. 19th in the points, been a struggling season for her, and her day is unfortunately going to be done. So the yellow is out again. Let's head to the restart here at Kansas. Going to go back to green on lap number 37 of 107. Daniel Witter is the leader. Ebrahimian second. Emily Andersen's third. Alex Hawkins fourth. Scarlett Wallace fifth. Sixth is Quentin Moore. Seventh is CJ Bracken, as I'm waiting for the 2 lap cars to go by so it doesn't screw me over. Sean Hawkins, 8th, 9th, Kyle Langeland, and 10th is Priya McShane. That's a well-needed run for Priya, who's trying to get herself away from 30th in the standings. Drivers out from this incident, only Maddie Crenshaw has done so, and she's joined the rest of the drivers back behind the wall. From Jackie Tang down to Carolina Bradley, all checked and released from the medical center. Tough break for those drivers. Jackie Tang more than likely going to find himself in a must-win situation. Which is too bad. And we're going to get ready to go back to green flag racing here while I'm watching this Uno match that's going on. Green flag back in the air. Daniel Witter's first lap sled today. This is what she absolutely needs, is some lap sled, because like I said, she is 36th in the points, dead last of the chartered teams. And this is the exact same number she won the championship in the final Oreo Cup Series championship. Yellow's out again. As the points leader, Paul Minnick and Ash Wright. And here comes Daniel Witter leading us back to the yellow. So the yellow is out again. Let's jump back, look at a replay to see what happened to the points leader, P Minnick. This was all because of the 10 car holding some people up. As Cody Majoric's going to push this 33 up into the points leader. Oh, the 10 did get involved. Okay, never mind. So the 10 has more damage. That's Almaz after she was involved in an earlier incident. And around goes Ash Wright and P Minnick. Ash Wright wrapping up her freshman year from the University of Cincinnati. P Minnick came in this race as the points leader. Ash is making her, if I find the 33. Ash Wright is making her third start on the season. P Minnick gets involved. And the only one who has not been involved out of the top three, the gal that came in this race second in points, Emily Andersen. So that's a tough break for the points leader. I don't know how bad damage it is on the Speedy Cash Dodge, but we're going to head to the restart here at Kansas to see if he will be up to speed or not. Back to green on lap number 43 of 107. Daniel Witter is the leader. Emily Anderson second. Now the gap between her and P Minnick was 24 points. She would need to be 25 spots ahead of Minnick to take the points lead or get another win. Quentin Moore is third, Alex Hawkins fourth, Scarlett Wallace fifth, CJ Bracken sixth, seventh, Dylan Ebrahimian, Sean Hawkins eighth, Bria McShane ninth, and 10th is William Davis. How he's up to speed with the rear end damage on his Bass Pro Shop Chevrolet, I do not know. And Almaz is now out of the race as a result of that last incident. So it's been a bad day gone worse, and that 35th place finish is not going to get her back in the top 30 in points. So tough break for the Hungarian driver. And she did go to the infield care center because the, quote, medical wagon was there to pick her up. So she'll need to get back into good run contention going into next week's race, which I got pinged in. Oh, they're pinging me about the D and Q list for AT&T. Let's see here. What was I trying to check? Oh, the schedule for Foster's. That's what I was looking for. Next week, we head to Chicagoland Speedway. So we're going to have another 1.5 miles next week. As Alex Hawkins nearly got turned by Q-Man. If Danielle Witter goes to victory lane, we're going to have to see where this is going to situate her, trying to get herself back in the top 30 in the points. She would have a long hill to climb. Emily Andersen, I think her goal, even if she gets another victory, as she's getting ready to pass Danielle Witter for the lead, it's good for her because she would take the number 1 seed away from the 41 of Alina Ricci. And she's so far enough ahead of 30th in the standings, it's about to be the quote-unquote impossible for her to drop out of the top 30. Following week, we go back to the west coast of Las Vegas, Phoenix, and Auto Club and Arizona as we kick off the PCSRA Goes West. Our final road course race for the regular season, Watkins Glen, Michigan, Hillside, in April. That will wrap up this regular season. Alex Hawkins, a win for him would possibly get him in the playoffs, providing he remains in the top 30 in the points. Hawkins is 17th in points, 1 top 5, 3 top 10s this season. Looks like we'll be in the first VC. I'm only gonna I'm only gonna ping one of my I'm only gonna ping one player since the other player is already in the VC with me, but I'm already deafened because I'm recording this race. So it's like, yeah. Reffing a game and recording Kansas. This is not what I had planned, but hey, at least I'm doing something for the greater good. Quentin Moore now in second. Scarlett Wallace, Ebrahimian, and there's Sean Hawkins. Good run for Hawkins. Of course, he's running a Toyota, and of course, JGR on this mod is running Chevrolet. So this is actually going to be under Toyota Racing, running the Snickers almond colors on his Toyota. Quentin Moore, if he gets a second win, unofficially would confirm himself as spot in the playoffs. But here's the thing: we still have to make one more pit stop. These drivers have to make. So if we still go green the rest of the way, they are going to have to make at least one more pit stop. I believe we're already in the window to make it the rest of the way. We're already past the halfway point of this race. As Scarlett Wallace now goes to second, Daniel Woodard back to the lead. They're going to be catching Sean Ard and Chase Brooks. Daniel Woodard, 36 in points, as I said, getting a lot of laps led. Prior to today's race, she's only led 13 laps prior to today's race. We mentioned Philip Torres will be in this car for the rest of the year after Sarah Fogelman was indefinitely suspended as I'm recording this due to the fact she was arrested for domestic violence. Ellie Rose is replacing Caleb Hobbs for the rest of the season after Hobbsy got ejected due to a behavioral issue in the team meeting following last week's race at Sonoma. And then, of course, Evelyn Gray replacing Annie Thomas for the rest of the season after Annie Thomas was injured in a car accident on her way to the track here at Kansas. So, or before she was getting ready to head here to Kansas. As I'm recording this, got a text from Luke Knight. Annie Thomas did get released from the hospital, but it's best that Annie Thomas said it's best that if Evelyn Gray would finish the rest of the season in her absence. So that's a tough break for Annie, but we wish her nothing but the best. Have a speedy recovery. Good thing she's having this. Glad it happened before season 3 of Winston Cup, if you know what I mean. Just past the halfway point of this race. Yep, already past the halfway point. And we are now in the window for these drivers to make it the rest of the way on fuel. Good run for Lucian Bianchi in his first start with Go Fast Racing. He was in the 95 earlier this season. Handed the driving duties over to Haley Anderson Jr., who failed to qualify for this race. That was close between Daniel Witter and Quentin Moore, as here they come up to the lap traffic of Chase Brooks and Senior Sean. And they're now one lap down. Witter's going to go around the outside of the 8, going to try to get around the Freeway Insurance Chevrolet of Sean. Looks like she's going to do so. Contact with Quentin Moore and Chase Brooks. That's going to allow Bianchi by. Brooks is now 2 laps down. Sean is now 1 lap down as a result. That will give us 32 drivers now on the lead lap in this race, as only 8 of the 42 starters, as things stand, will fail to finish. And are we under caution? Yes, we are. The yellow is out. Philip Torres, Troy Kang, Sean Hawkins in his debut. We've had a wreck. Sam Davis, Jesse Ard, Arena McShane, Chase Brooks. I bet that 8 car had something to do with this. And now this changes everything. I bet you, if I was getting ready to bring this next topic up, if we get a caution, they're now in their window to make it the rest of the way. I bet you they're going to all come down the pit road. No chance to gamble to stay out. And looks like they will. So while they're making pit stops, let's jump back and look at a replay to find out what caused this incident here at Kansas, as we're already past the halfway point of the race. Chase Brooks has been asked to see the officials after the race for this. Or actually, I take that back, as CJ Bracken got 3 wide with Sean Hawkins and Chase Brooks. Wow. 8 car in the catch fence. Priya McShane nowhere for her to go. Paul Minnick gets involved. Parker did not slow down and rammed Priya McShane so hard. Gitirokh got a piece. Oh my God. Jessica Parker got annihilated by Ellie Rose. My God. Jesse Art got a piece of it. Troy Kang involved. Goodness me. Here's another look. Good grief. That was a bunch of hard hits. Poor Sean Hawkins was having a good run. There's Gitirokh involved, our pole sitter. Look at that, 48 to 27. Good grief. A lot of these drivers may be asked to see the officials after the race for not slowing down. Troy Kang just did not slow down, just annihilated Sam Davis. Goodness me. And how did the 18R get damaged? I think it was another incident. Looks like he got CJ. There's where Parker, ran the CJ. There's going to be a lot of drivers called to the hauler for that one for not slowing down. But goodness me. That's a shame for Sean Hawkins. Having such a good debut, got involved in a wreck that really, in my honest opinion, should have been avoided. And the caution is out. We've just had the big one at Kansas, and it's going to take out the points leader as a result. As we're going to head to the restart here at Kansas. Well, that was a big wreck that really should have been avoided, in my opinion. As apparently we have two drivers on the tail end of the lead lap. Daniel Witter is now the leader as we just finished the cycle of pit stops. Scarlett Wallace second, Lucian Bianchi third, Emmanuel Hartnett fourth, with Quinton Moore in fifth. Cody Majoric in sixth, Alex Hawkins seventh. Emily Andersen more than likely could take the points lead heading into next week's race at Chicagoland. She is eighth. Ninth is Mohammed Zain, and 10th is Ash Wright. Good run for Ash Wright. Drivers out, and there are a lot of them. Oh, and Sean gets to do the hand to Jesse now that she's out of the race. Jesse Ard, Sean Hawkins. That's a shame for Sean. He was running really well. Unfortunately, out of the race. Priya McShane, we'll see where 25th is going to situate her between herself and 30th in the standings. Troy Kang, he's been called to the hauler for not slowing down for a crash. He just full throttle that sucker and just speared the hell out of a lot of drivers. Paul Minnick, the points leader, 27th. Philip Torres, Daniel Gitirokh, CJ Bracken, Jessica Parker, Ellie Rose. That's such a shame for Ellie Rose. And Sam Davis, as we're going to go back to Green Flag Racing here at Kansas. And Chase Brooks, if I haven't mentioned Chase Brooks. They all join Adina Almas, Maddie Crenshaw, Grace Takayama, Jackie Tang, Michael McKinney, Zachary Fitzwater, Vanko Seaman, and Carolina Bradley, all back behind the wall and out of the race. As we've had a crash. Yes, we have. Another wreck. Langeland into the wall. Hartnett's involved. Ricky is involved. And Lucy Granger. Oh, boy. Quinton. Oh, my God. Bianchi just took out Quinton. Quinton was trying to get back on the track, and Bianchi just annihilated the 71. What on earth is going on in this race? Caution is out again. My God. Goodness me. I was not expecting this to be a demolition derby, but people have lost their damn brains at home. Caution's out again. Let's jump back, look at the replay to see what in the world happened. See what happened here with the 34 and the 71. Yeah, three wide situation. Got up into Alina Ricky. Lucy Granger goes hard into the wall. And a lot of drivers involved in this one. You saw the hit there. There's Langeland. That's Emmanuel Hartnett. His day is done. But this I don't understand right here. See, Quinton Moore's on the apron. Here comes Bianchi. I don't know how to explain this one. I don't know how to explain this one. See, Oh boy. Yeah, I don't know if Quentin if Bianchi would have given the 71 a little bit more room, this could have been avoided, but because he never gave the 71 room, wild ride for Quentin Moore. So third in points is out, the points leader is out. 12th in points. A lot of drivers who came in running well in points did not need something like this to happen. Grainger 6th in points. Boy, Kansas has turned this into a major point shakeup, and we have gotten ourselves a point shakeup going into Chicagoland next week as we head to the restart here at Kansas. Well, I don't know if Sean had something to do with this, but good God, he's wrecked more than half this field. As Daniel Witter is the leader, Eric Stanbury is a lap down. I don't think he's going to make up that lap. Majoric is second. Good run for Cody Majoric. Third is Mohammed Zain, Alex Hawkins. Fourth, Jacob Foster. And fifth, how he's surviving, I don't know. How William Davis is still up to speed, I don't know who's in sixth. Ebrahimian, Samad Ozkan, Riley Andersen, and Ponzo Alvarez in 10th. And the aforementioned Ash Wright running in 11th. Manuel Hartnett, Quentin Moore, Lucian Bianchi, Lucy Grainger, Alina Ricci out of the race. Over half of this field out of the race. As we're back to green here at Kansas. Watching the clock and also doing this race. Cody Majoric ready to 32nd in points for Cody Majoric. He's had a rough couple of weeks, if you ask me. Mohammed Zain looking for his second win on the season. Sean is right now 16th. I believe he's the last of the track. Yeah, he's the last of the track house cars because the rest of his teammates are back in the garage area. As Daniel Witter now goes the race lead. Ellie Rose checked and released from the care center. That's too bad for Ellie. I mean, was having a respectable run, was having a good run racing with her team owner Jacob Foster. Fortunately, not going to be the finish she's hoping for. Look at all those DNFs out of this race. Good grief. You definitely got to feel bad for her. And also, there's Jacob Foster. I bet you he's probably felt bad for Ellie. Was having a good run, staying out of trouble, and she gets involved in a wreck not of her own doing. I am watching the clock. Just watching the clock. I'll need to go make the other ping ready for my other NR. Actually, it won't be until like 3 my time as of this recording. Also, as I'm recording this, the CrossFit Truck Series from Texas is probably getting ready to premiere. So that's why I'm not going to be able to make it to the premiere for Bush qualifying or the truck race, excuse me. Cody Majork, good run for Cody. Well needed run for Daniel Witter. It's been a rough season for her. Well needed run. As Riley Andersen now takes the lead. If Cody Majork wins, I would believe this will put him back in the top 30 in points. Okay, give me a second.
Is bro gaslighting me right now? 1-7, we go to 2 here. Can take the 4, go down for the 3. 4, that's useless. 3, 8, 2, 4, 6, 3.
As Cody Majork still leads this. Oh, Riley is making contact.
I mean, I have all the time in the friggin' world.
Okay, looks like this time my opponent and make sure. Sorry about that. I was just getting an Uno game started as they just got underway at 1:48 p.m. This copyrighted broadcast is presented by the authority of the World Racing Association, the Blue Hedgehog TV, for the private use of our audience. Any reproduction or rebroadcast, retransmit, or any other disseminations or the use of this broadcast without the express written consent of the World Racing Association is prohibited. Blue Hedgehog TV, the World Racing Association, want to thank you fans for your support, and we hope you enjoyed today's broadcast. As Cody Major going to retake the race lead, coming to 10 laps of racing to go. As Cody Majoric forgot to take the R off of his name, but I will make sure to do that in the points because he is not a rookie. He was rookie last season. Riley Anderson, a win for her would get her into the playoffs. Riley is 16th in points. As Cody Major trying to hold off the Castrol Ford. The game, as I'm recording this race, the game that was supposed to be yesterday is being made up today, and we finally got it underway, thankfully. Riley was 26 points below the cut line. Excuse me. And also forgot to mention Ponzo Alvarez, who's had a good run. He came in this race at critical 30th in the standings. Oh, Jacob Foster's running 7th in the 11 car. 7-11. Oh, thank Kevin. As Riley Andersen leads this race past 150 miles of this race. Good run for Cody Majork. This will get him back in the top 30 in the points, but needs a win. Daniel Witter, a well-needed run for a lady who's really have had a tough season. Emily Anderson's 22 seconds back. Not sure what's up with that. Was she involved in something? There she is. Let's see it. I don't know how she's so far back. Unless she got spun out. Because there'd be no reason why the 20 or the 60, is all the way back here at the rear of the all the way back here, last car on the lead lap. Let's see. I'm looking. Yes, she did spin out. Got spun. Whoops. I went the wrong way. I went too fast. It's like she got spun by the 22 of S Ozkan. That was a battle for 9th. So that would explain where the skid marks came from. It came from the Build Submarines Ford. And Emily Andersen goes spinning in the grass. And because of that, she was out of harm's way. The caution did not come out, however. As we're down to 2 laps of racing to go, Riley Andersen, funny thing is, this was her debut race in 2016 at this very track, Kansas. But she drove the number 26 Toyota because she was, because of the fact that I was running a limited schedule. As the white flag is out, 1 more lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank. It would be another RFK win, but not from the 60. It will be from the 6. And Riley Andersen, who is 20-something points below the cut line, she is automatically going to win her way in the playoffs, providing she remains in the top 30 in points, as Riley Andersen wins the Hollywood Casino 400 here today at Kansas. And unofficially, this is not confirmed, has Riley Andersen locked herself a spot into this season's chase for the championship. Gonna wait for Emily Andersen to cross the line. There we go. Now standings are official. As what's going on with my game? Okay, there we go. I was like, what was going on with my game? Because it froze for a second. Apologies about that. Cody Majork will get second. Great run for Cody Majork. Driver 32nd in points. A well-needed run. In fact, a number of drivers who are struggling in the points, well-needed runs for them. Mohammed Zain will complete the podium in 3rd. He was 9th in points. He'll stay in the top 10 in the points. Daniel Witter, a well-needed run for the Oreo Cup, the final Oreo Cup champ. Having a struggling season. She will get out of the basement in the points in 4th. Ebrahimian, 26 in points, gets 5th. Good run for them. So that's 3 of the... In fact, all 4 of the JGR cars finished inside the top 10. Alex Hawkins got 6. Alex 17th in the points. This will put him up inside, possibly closer to the top 10. Ash Wright had a quiet run in 7th. Jacob Foster in 8th. Puts all 4 of the JGR cars inside the top 10. Jacob Foster is going to gain a lot of points on Emily Andersen as well as Paul Minnick in this race. Summit Ozkan will get 9th. He will stay in the top 10 in the points. And Ponzo Albanese, who came in this race at Kirkle 30th in the standings, he will complete the top 10. William Davis, K Langeland, Emily Andersen were the other survivors on the lead lap. Andersen got turned around and was running in the top 10, finished in 13th. Scarlett Wallace, Eric Stanbury, Sean Ard, Arena McShane all finished the race one or more laps down. And everybody else, as you look on down through the remainder of the finishing results, did not reach the conclusion of this race. I got no words to say about this, folks, because, you look at the drivers who DNF'd. A lot of them in the top 10. This is really going to hurt them. We talked about Priya McShane. Don't know where 25th is going to situate her because she was above the cut line. Will she stay in the top 30 in the points? That's going to be the big question. Bianchi was out of the race. Of course, he and Quentin Moore got together. I'm not sure. I bet those two are going to have a good meeting with the stewards after this one is over with. Jesse Ard out of the race. Jesse's been having a free fall through the points the last couple of weeks. Tough break for Sean Hawkins. Was having a quiet run. Got involved in an incident with CJ Bracken through no fault of his own. Not the debut he was hoping for in 24th. Philip Torres out of the race. Troy Kang out of the race. A lot of people are not going to be happy with Troy Kang for not slowing down, if you know what I mean. Ellie Rose out of the race, which unfortunately Ellie Rose really disappointed. I bet you when she left the infield care center, you can tell there was a lot of tears coming down her eyes. I know she wanted to make Jacob Foster proud, but really a shame for her. Almost not going to get back in the top 30 in points. And poor Carolina Bradley was 10th in points, only completed one lap of this race. Huge disappointment for the New Hampshire driver, if you know what I mean. But that is going to do it here at Kansas. What a messy race we had. And Riley Andersen goes to victory lane. Has the Monster Energy regular locked herself a spot in the playoffs? Only time will tell. Thank you all for joining me for this messy race here at Kansas. If you enjoyed it, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to become part of the World Racing Association crew today. We've shown your full finisher results. Your points are down in the description as a result of today's race. We'll see you guys next week at Chicagoland Speedway. Now for our studio engineer, that is Carmen Alejandro, as well as the YouTuber. I'm D DeVols. Thank you for joining me and saying good afternoon and good night from Kansas Speedway. We congratulate Riley Andersen on her first win of the season here in the Foster Series. Coming up next, we'll rejoin the Infinity Network Sports Studios programming already in progress. We'll talk to you next week from the Windy City. You've been watching the PCSRA Foster Series on the World Racing Association's Multimedia Network.